Thank you for tuning in to Habitat DC Nova and the home purchase process. My name is Mandy Jansen, and I am the Director of Housing Programs here at Habitat for Humanity of Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia. Habitat for Humanity of Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia is, first, a development and construction company. We build all of our own houses to sell and occasionally do a rehabilitation project. We are also a mortgage servicing provider. We were established in 1988, and the affiliates of Habitat for Humanity of Washington, D.C. and Habitat for Humanity of Northern Virginia merged in 2022 to create Habitat for Humanity of Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia. Together, we have helped almost 300 families get into new homes and done many repair projects. We are currently developing on several sites in D.C. and in Northern Virginia. You must be a partner family to purchase a Habitat DC Nova home. You're probably wondering how much a Habitat DC Nova home typically costs. Generally, our homes cost between $100,000 and $475,000, with families paying between approximately $600 to $2,500 monthly. Total monthly mortgage cost depends on house price, interest rate on your loan, insurance and taxes, whether or not there's an HOA or condo fee, and whether or not there's a community land trust fee. Habitat DC Nova generally builds 1 to 3 bedroom condos and townhomes. The project that you're here to learn about today is in Skyland Terrace in Southeast DC. This project is part of a community land trust, which we will discuss more later. This project contains 8 townhomes with 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, plus basements. These units are about 1,545 square feet. There are new appliances in every unit. There are lovely maple cabinets and granite countertops, and each unit contains a deck. Here are some artist renderings of the finished units. Now let's talk a little bit about what a community land trust actually is. An organization called Douglas Community Land Trust will own the land on which the homes will be built, while the homeowner will own the actual home. This helps us to reduce the purchase price for the family and secures long-term affordability for the unit, which is a big goal of ours. The land trust fee is approximately $25 per month. Now let's go over how you qualify for Habitat's program. The general criteria are need, willingness to partner, and ability to pay. For this particular project, you also need a family size of at least 3 and a median family income of 60% or less. You also need to be a U.S. citizen or permanent resident with the ability to secure a loan in the United States, a first-time homebuyer. You must currently work or reside in D.C., the cities of Alexandria, Falls Church, and Fairfax, or the counties of Fairfax and Arlington for at least the past 12 months. You may not be able to get DC subsidies if you currently live in Northern Virginia, and vice versa. For example, if you're a Virginia resident who's attempting to purchase a home in DC, there might be some restrictions on the kind of funding that you can get to purchase that home. One of the important pillars of Habitat's program is that you're able to demonstrate a need for better housing. The need criteria that we currently look at are whether or not you might be homeless, residing in temporary or transitional housing, whether your current dwelling is overcrowded, whether you receive any kind of public housing assistance, physical issues that may exist with your current home, such as leaking roof or structural problems, inadequate electrical and plumbing systems, or unsafe or no formal heating systems, or an inoperable kitchen or bath. We would also look at whether or not you might be rent burdened or spending more than 30% of your monthly income on rent. You would really only need to be meeting one of these need criteria in order to qualify for the program. Another important pillar of the program is the willingness to partner or sweat equity portion of the program. This means that all of our families will be required to contribute their time and energy towards the construction of their home and the homes of other families, as well as in financial literacy and education classes. A single applicant will be required to contribute at least 200 hours of sweat equity, or at least 100 hours from construction and at least 30 hours from education. And if there are more than one main applicant in the family, they would be required to contribute 300 hours of sweat equity toward the program, including at least 150 hours from construction and at least 40 hours from education. The next thing we're going to look at is your ability to pay a mortgage. We will do an in-depth analysis of your financial situation to make sure that you're not going to be burdened by your house payments. The first thing we're going to look at is your gross income to make sure that it falls between 30 to 60% of the median family income for the area. This income may include employment wages or benefits that may last in perpetuity. We will also be looking at things such as the stability of your employment if you're working. You would have to show a 2-year work history with no major gaps of more than 2 months in between jobs. And if you're self-employed, you must have 2 years of documented, stable income. Your credit score must be an average of at least 620, and your credit report must be free of any unpaid collections, judgments, or liens. Additionally, your credit report must not show a bankruptcy in the last 3 years or a foreclosure in the last 7 years. You must show at least $2,000 in your current bank statements for your down payment and no account overdrafts in the last 2 months. Additionally, your bank statements must not show excessive late payments in the last year. You're probably wondering what the Skyland homes will cost. Total cost for an interior unit is $450,000, while total cost for an end unit is $460,000. Habitat will originate these mortgages at 0% interest for 24 years. This means there is no need to get a pre-approval or secure a lender. Closing costs will be rolled into the mortgage cost. In the District of Columbia, property tax deferrals are available for low-income families. This means that after you've been living in your home for 5 years, starting in year 6, you'll pay property taxes to your lender as part of your escrow. Another deduction, called the homestead tax deduction, reduces the property tax assessment of your home by $84,000, therefore lowering the taxes that you'll pay on your home. Depending on timing, you may have to pay taxes for a partial year before your deferral and deductions kick in. What if I need to sell my home or move? Am I allowed to do that? Absolutely. We certainly understand that things happen. Just make sure that you let Douglas Community Land Trust know of your plans. There will be resale restrictions on the sale of your home. Douglas Community Land Trust will help you determine the resale formula depending on the median family income in the year that you sell. The equity gained on the sale of your home will be limited, but will still allow you to benefit. The resale formula is designed to keep the home affordable for subsequent buyers while enabling wealth creation for the selling household. So, are you ready to apply? You've already taken the first step by watching this informational video. Please make sure you also review the program requirements. If you feel you meet the requirements, please schedule a unit showing with Habitat staff. After you've seen the units, you will need to submit an application to us. I truly hope you've enjoyed this presentation and have gotten all the information that you need to decide whether or not you might want to apply for these Skyland Townhomes. If you have any other questions and would like to reach out to us, please feel free to call or text Camilla at 703-656-1028 or email at camilla.scott@habitatdcnova.org. We'd be happy to talk with you at any time. Hope to hear from you soon.